Well, it's very rare in this game that you get two opportunities to knock out a Premier League side. Obviously, first try, unsuccessful, only on penalties, but this time, hopefully, we can beat Tottenham Hotspur. Hello, welcome to Club 2, Part 10 of the Global Explorer. Coming up in today's video, we do have our FA Cup third round match against Spurs, and we'll also come play our League One match against Huddersfield. I think Wigan Burton should be fairly simple matches, but Huddersfield are literally just below us in the table. But this has been how it's been since the last episode. We've only played 4 games, and they were a 2-1 win against Wigan, who we're playing next. We're playing them in very quick succession. That's quite strange, that. Then we unfortunately lost 1-0 to Barnsley, beat Wrexham 3-0, then we are through to the third round. No, that was the third round of the Virtue Trophy. Beat them 3-1 against Reading, which sees us into the quarterfinal where we play Brighton under 21. So we're going through to the semi-finals. I think we'll go through to the final. We might win that trophy just so we can win that trophy with West Brom, because I doubt we're going to be playing in League One ever again in this save. So I imagine us getting promoted this year, which this is the league table at the moment. We are currently in second, but we do have 2 games to add to Grimsby, who we do play at the end of this month, end of February. I was toying with that being the next game, but it was a bit far. It was due to be just after Huddersfield, but it got rearranged, which is slightly annoying. So I think we'll probably just play Grimsby off camera, and hopefully we win that game. But hopefully by then, should be top of the table anyway. So this is the lineup for our match against Spurs. It will be Pedro in goal, a back four of Hamilton, Gilchrist, Abbott, and Silva, who is back from international duty, so he's back in the starting 11. Then we've got Kelly at the base of the midfield. Then in the central midfield partnership of Isaac Price and Mera. Then we've got Young out on the right, Veron on the left. Then we've got Brewster up front. Come on, lads, let's hopefully get a much run. I don't know if we're going to get a win against Tottenham. It would be nice to, but let's just see if we can put a couple goals past them. That'd be wonderful. Even if it is just 1 goal and we get absolutely walloped 10-1, hopefully that does not happen. But I think we narrowly lost against Aston Villa. Obviously, very nearly could have had a goal in that game, but obviously lost out on penalty shootout, which is very unfortunate. We are on a cautious mentality. Were we on a cautious mentality against Aston Villa? I don't know, but I suspect Tottenham are probably a bit better team than Aston Villa. So I don't know. I don't know what the Premier League table is looking like. I don't know where they are. Don't know how they're doing. So we'll just take each minute as it comes. Let's see if we can try and get into half time, ideally without conceding a goal. We've given away a penalty. That's not ideal at all, but let's hope Pedro can pull off a save. I don't think he will, but let's just hope for the best. Mazza steps up for Tottenham, and it is safe for Sal Pedro. What an absolute beauty of a save that is, and he does deny Tottenham their first goal of the game. I wasn't really expecting that big of a save, not in the 20th minute, but that was absolutely incredible. Frente whips in the corner, and thankfully that wasn't going anywhere near the goal. I think Pedro had it covered if it was going to the left side of the goal, which thankfully it wasn't. And Yoni has got the ball. I do feel like cautious mentality isn't the way to go. We'll hold on until half time. If it is still goalless, I think we might just move up to balanced mentality, because I think that's probably the way to go. Because if we're on a cautious mentality, they're just going to keep coming at us, and eventually they will end up grabbing a goal, which I won't be pleased about, but it is Tottenham. We haven't created any chances, mainly because we're on a cautious mentality. Pedro does whip upfield, finds Price, now to Mera. This is looking very positive. Now to Silva. Veron has the chance to put the ball into the box. He doesn't. Plays a short pass to Silva. That's a lovely ball. Brewster puts the ball into the back of net. Whether that's going to count, it's not. It is going to be disallowed. That is very unfortunate. I would like to have seen how close he was, but I think it was fairly marginal because I thought he was going to be on, but so unlucky. But 5 minutes left to go of the first half, still goalless, which is a very good scoreline that I will take leading into the halftime break. Hopefully, it can stay like that, but I don't know if it will. Tottenham do have the ball with Firmin. Now to De La Fuente, can really cross it in. I think he will, but hopefully we can possibly get the block in before they have the strike. And Pedder is there with another great save. I think we do move to a balanced mentality heading into the second half, which we'll just do that now. Then hopefully we might get a late goal, late flurry of action in this first half. But Tottenham do have the ball at the back. Can we just put a little bit of pressure on them? Hopefully try to make them make a mistake. Hopefully Van der Ven, still one of the only few Tottenham players I do actually recognise in their starting 11. Apart from that, don't know anyone else, and that's a great save. Bit pinball in the area, but thankfully we got away with it, and we do head into half time goalless, which I'm very pleased about because Tottenham, they've created a lot of chances. They've had 13 shots, 5 on target. Obviously, had that penalty saved from Sal Pedder, absolutely wonderful. We've only had 3 shots, but we did technically score a goal, albeit it was disallowed. But we've still put the ball into the back of the net, something Tottenham haven't managed to do just yet. Pedder has got the ball. Can we just hopefully just get the ball upfield, someone to run onto, preferably Brewster or one of the two wingers, then bang, 1-0 into the back of the net, hopefully. But it's not, obviously, it's not going to play out like that. De La Fuente has got the ball. Tell, unfortunately, does header it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. It was quite a simple finish for him, and yeah, it's what can you do? We should put a tackle in earlier, but just a little bit too late, I think. Half an hour left to go. We are going to make a couple changes. I don't think it's going to change much. Brewster is going to make way for Beggs. Veron is going to make way for Kamara. And I think we will also get on. Let's get on Lecky Drake for Gilchrist. See if that can just shore up the defence. Hopefully stop us from conceding any more goals, which I don't think. I think Tottenham will end up grabbing another goal or two. I don't think it's going to end 1-0. If we can grab a goal, that would be lovely. I just don't see that happen. We haven't really had. Don't think we've had any shots at all this second half, which is certainly. It's not worrying because I expect us to lose against Tottenham, and I'm sort of praying we do. If we do win, we win. But I don't think that's going to happen. Let's move to positive mentality just to see if we can try and grab an equaliser. Then possibly from there, maybe push for a second goal. Maybe. That remains to be seen. Mera has got the ball. Can we go back to Silva, please? Can finds Hamilton out on the right side. Hamilton again with the strike. I think he clipped the other side of the crossbar, which very unfortunate, but still, it's not a shot on target. But it did test the goalkeeper. Now as our first shot on target, 6 shots, 1 on target. Tottenham absolutely relentless. Well, not relentless. They've only scored 1 goal, but 18 shots, 9 on target. I mean, if there's any team that don't deserve to lose this game, that is obviously Tottenham. But Young has got the ball down the right side, really put it across goal. Can he? He goes down the box. How is that not a penalty? That's a penalty all day long. I don't care if they got the ball. I want the penalty. Tell has got the ball now to Haddock. De La Fuente, Haddock. I think it's Haddock, but he does put out the Pedder does put out the save to deny Tottenham a second. I don't mind this. 1-0 defeat against Tottenham. I mean, it could have been a lot more, but thankfully, it just held them just to the 1 goal, which is absolutely fine. It does obviously knock us out of the FA Cup, but I think at this point, I'd rather just concentrate on the league. Obviously, we're still in the EFL trophy. I'll try my best to get knocked out of that, but yeah, so a little bit unlucky. I think on another day, we might have had a few more chances, whether or not we would have scored. Remains to be seen, but we will play Wigan and Burton off camera. Hopefully, 2 easy wins. I'm hoping the Wigan game should be a game in hand. Huddersfield might be a game in hand even, but if we can win those 2 games, might be top of the league. Then hopefully, by the time we get to Huddersfield, we might have the chance to go back to the top of the table. Well, I was hoping we were going to go into the Huddersfield game on the back of 2 wins, but no, and we're going into it on the back of 2 draws. A 3-3 draw against Wigan, which was a game where we were 3-1 down until, actually, we went 1-0 up, then we went 3-1 down. Abdullahi Kamara scored in the 84th minute to make it 3-2, then somehow out of nowhere we get a 97th minute penalty, which Mera converted, which gave us the point against Wigan. Then we went 1-0 up against Burton and conceded 5 minutes later, failed to get a second goal in the second half. So this is the lineup this isn't the lineup, this is the league table. So 18 games left to go, 9 points behind Grimsby. Still got the 2 games to hand, and we still have to play them. So that's theoretically 9 points on the board. So potentially there is still a chance we could win the title this year, but I'm very much I'm just looking to get promotion, not the league title. If we can get the league title, that will obviously be a nice little bonus. Obviously, we are in the transfer window. We have made 1 signing since the Tottenham game, and that is Chris Rigg, who's a English 26-year-old midfielder, can play defensive midfielder, can play attacking midfielder, should we have to play him there. But he's primarily coming into us to provide some competition. He's 3.5 stars, current ability, decent Premier League player. Why he's come to us, I do not know. He left Leeds on a free transfer, been without a club for the first half of the season, so we signed him on a free transfer. He's played 1 game, didn't look great, but I think he'll be a good player for us. So this is the lineup for our match against Huddersfield. It is Pedder in goal, a back four of Abbott, Gilchrist, Elo, and Silva. Casanova at the base of the midfield. Seriously, Casanova? Is that what we've resorted to? We'll give Barry a game there. Then we've got Mera and Chris Rigg in the midfield. Then we've got Veron out on the right, Kamara in the middle. Then we've got Paul Young up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully get a much needed win. Hopefully try and close the gap on Grimsby, who are they're performing really well, getting wins that they definitely needed. Obviously extended their points gap, which isn't ideal. So hopefully we can win today, and hopefully they can lose. Obviously, if this is the game in hand to one of their games, we have to win. It's definitely a must win, because obviously Huddersfield are in the playoff zone. Don't know whereabouts in the playoff zone they are, but they are in there. This is actually a game in hand. Well, this is interesting, because if we win, we could potentially narrow the gap to 6 points with a game in hand, and still have to play Grimsby as well. So, but obviously if we lose, it probably we might have to kiss our title hopes goodbye. But hopefully, if we can just get the win, hopefully grab an early goal-ish, that would be absolutely spectacular. But Paul Young with a decent strike, not on target, but it was certainly testing the goalkeeper. I was hoping he would just parry the ball out for one of our players to run onto. Gilchrist has got the ball. Can we just get the ball upfield? And now Silva has it. Now to Alul. This is looking, I would say it's semi-positive, but we've still got possession. That's the main thing for Ron. Now to Mera. He's got Abbott trying to make an overlapping sort of run down the right hand side. Rigg, that's a good ball out to Kamara. Now to Silva. Rigg again. This is looking decent. Kamara through on goal. That's a decent strike, but unfortunately couldn't find the back of it. But we do win a corner, which Ron is going to whip in. That's not bad delivery. I was expecting a little bit better, but for Ron, has a chance to put the ball back in the box. Cuts inside onto his left foot, but unfortunately couldn't quite find the back of it. I mean, I must admit, for the first 7 minutes of the game, it's very lively. I must admit, we've had 7 shots, 6 on target. We should be winning at this stage of the game. Eno, now to Young. This could be a perfect crossing opportunity or a shooting opportunity for any of the players. Gilchrist Now to Abbott. Somebody just put the ball into the box or have a shot, please. Mera out to Kamara. This is looking lovely. Just put the ball across goal. Mera with the strike. It is off target and very, very close to finding it. It wasn't close to finding the back of it. It was off target. If it was on target, that's close to finding the back of it. But a decent opportunity. I think an opportunity he probably should have taken a little bit care of. And Veron does pick up the ball, but he couldn't quite find the right pass to Young. And Mera with the interception goes into the box, and that is it's a poor shot. I think he was hoping Young might have been at the back post to get onto it, but nobody was there. But we do win a corner. Surely it's only a matter of time before we get our first goal of the game, and Barry Setter just over the top of the crossbar. How many more chances does one need to before they score their first goal of the game? Because Huddersfield, who are third in the table, this would be a huge win if we can pick it up. Are Plymouth playing as well? Because if they're not, it creates a whole different scenario. If we win, we could potentially go 6 points clear of third, and that would be absolutely fantastic. Mera, play it now to Rick. Mera again. That's a lovely ball out to Veron. Brilliant pass, that is. Veron cuts inside onto his left. I don't know which foot Veron actually is. I don't know if he is actually left-footed. He is left-footed, so that should be in the top corner, you would think. Alright, back to my early question. Are Plymouth playing? We've got a highlight. I will find out if Plymouth are playing at some point in this game. Abbott. Cross, that's a very weak pass, very weak indeed. Barely got past the first defender, who was a couple feet away from him. Mera, now to Abbott. Veron, lovely run in behind the defence. Back to Abbott. Come on, Kamara gets the ball, but couldn't quite get the shot away. Or it wasn't a decent shot, but still a very good opportunity. Hello, we're putting the ball in the right places. We just need to get the ball into the back of the net to hopefully get our first goal this game. Young, now to Mera. This is looking very good. Now to Rick. Mera, that's a lovely ball out to Silver. Winning cross, it goes to Kamara. Come on, somebody do something. Somebody put the ball into the box, and hopefully Young and someone just put the ball into the back of the net. It's very simple, but we're making it look so much harder than it is. And Hamilton has got the ball for Huddersfield. Round over one. A very simple challenge. Didn't really make any effort to go around him at all. Mera, now to Rig. I must admit, Rig has been absolutely brilliant in that midfield playmaker role. I'm not sure what this means for Jake Richards or Isaac Price, whether one of them does leave the club. I do plan on loaning Spencer Bowden, so a space might become available to bring in somebody new. I think Robert Jonas, much as I like him, I think he probably could do with a loan spell. We have made an offer for a right winger potentially coming out on loan for Man City, and Mera puts the ball into the back of there. Obviously, we do have a couple weeks left to go of the transfer window, so I do expect some movement to be done before, hopefully by the time of the next episode, maybe two signings, maybe just one signing. If we can get two in, we'll be lucky. But we are 1-0 up, heading into the second half. Obviously, Mera with that important goal. I don't think Huddersfield have had two shots, but we've been absolutely performing really well. Obviously, only had the one goal. I'm sure we will get a few more goals this second half, but this is how I want to be playing from week in, week out. But sometimes it just doesn't happen like that. I don't know if it's because Rig is in the playmaking role, as he's been absolutely superb this game. I can't really pick anything wrong with his performance. Rig, now to Young. Oh, come on, Veron. I tell you what, Young up front, I know he hasn't scored, but he's created a lot of opportunities for other people. So maybe Begsy might be done. Maybe not this season, but maybe in the summer. And Brazier does put the ball into the back of it. I was hoping for the offside flag, but no, it doesn't happen. It's something we struggle with. We struggle with just holding on to our lead, but hopefully we've created enough chances. I think we'll definitely go on to grab a second goal, which hopefully from there we can just sort of wrap up the game. Hopefully, if that does go to plan. But judging by the two previous games, obviously a 3-0 draw and a 1-0 draw, I don't think we will win the game. And Rig hits the post. That was a brilliant opportunity, a great shot, but just a little bit unlucky to hit the woodwork and not the back of the net. But Silva with the header couldn't quite find a West Brom player. Thankfully, that was the end of the highlight. 25 minutes left to go. We are going to make a couple changes. Veron is going to make way for no one because we don't have a right winger on the bench. We'll get on Beggs. Young can go out on the right. I know he's tiring, but he's going to have to play there for now. I think Barry also. I think we'll move Mera to the defensive mid. Barry can make way for Jake Richards. I think that's probably all we'll do for now. 25 minutes left to go. Can we get the win, please? Otherwise, this will be 3 draws on the bounce. Plymouth are playing. They are losing, so which makes a win even sweeter if we can get the second goal. Huddersfield have got the ball now to Roberts. I don't like the way this is going, so hopefully we can just win the header. Well done, Enno. Well done, Richards. Tries to find Bexley, but couldn't quite get onto the end of it. Monsieur has got the ball. Can we just put the block in? Oh, you got to be joking. Leah Brazier puts the ball into the back of the net for his second goal of the game. That is just... it makes me sick. We go 1-0 up, create all these chances, and now we might not even get a point from this game. It's heartbreaking, it really is. But we do have 10 minutes left to go. Elo has got the ball. Can we just get it out wide? Get the ball into the box. There's no good doing all these passes. Kamara gets the ball into the box. Couldn't quite find anyone. Oh, you've got to be joking. Rick, now to Young. Richards with the goal. And he does put the ball into the back of the net. That's the equaliser. Jake Richards, absolutely superb. He could be the perfect partner for Chris Rigg. I know his primary position is as a midfield playmaker, but that was absolutely superb from him. What a finish. I mean, him on the left, him on the right, cutting inside onto his left foot. Then Chris Rigg, I don't know what foot Chris Rigg actually is. He's left-footed, but still a very good player. Young has got the ball. I'll tell you what, if we can get a third goal here, that would be absolutely beautiful. It really would be. Abbott, Rigg, this is looking very lovely. Bexley, the man of all people to put the ball into the back of the net. Oh, you've got to be joking. It's offside. I can't believe it. I cannot speak. I really can't tell you how many more chances. We've had so many chances. Somehow it's 2-2. We've had far more chances created than... I tell you what, forget what I was going to say. We're winning 3-2. That's definitely not offside. And we might be on the verge of clinching the 3 points. At one stage, I thought we were going to get none. Then we were going to get 1. And now we're about to pick up all 3 points against Huddersfield. Elo with the free kick. If we can get a 4th goal here, that will really rubber stamp our name on this victory. Elo taking as much time as he wants. Bexley now to Young. Gilchrist, this is looking very positive. Gilchrist now to Elo. Chris Rigg maybe took a little bit too much time, and Gilchrist does get away the shot, but unfortunately couldn't quite find the back of it there. But that was a very interesting game. We created a lot of chances, but somehow let Huddersfield back into the game, which is what we did in the past 2 games. We let them into the game, which is something we cannot do. We can't let teams get into the game and breed confidence, because otherwise only bad results come from that. So hopefully the next few games should ideally be winnable, especially Bradford, Exeter. They're nothing teams, so they should. I think Exeter are pretty decent. They're in and around the playoffs. So Bradford, don't know where Bradford are. They're in the relegation zone, so Bradford should be a fairly simple game. Grimsby's beginning of Feb, so I feel like that could potentially be a game we do come back for. I don't know. I don't know how the next episode is going to pan out. So hopefully I will see you in the next episode where hopefully we might be top of the league, we might be challenging for it, or we might have really dropped off the form massively and out of the playoffs. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.